There is only one word that can truly define the 70s. Jaws. This year, Jaws, the blockbuster movie, which was the first movie to break over $100 million in the box office, is turning 35. ROC-TV has decided to do an analysis of this groundbreaking series. Today's review, we will start with where the phenomenon began, not with the movie, as many people assume, but with the book, which was a #1 New York Times bestseller when it was released in 1974. Peter Benchley was the author of the novel. It was his first novel. He was a journalist beforehand. He turned in one chapter to a publisher. Half of the chapter was jokey, and when he was told to cut out all of the jokes from the novel, which reads, when you read the novel, the film is very jokey, but the novel is very straight. Let's focus on the characters. The characters are much more human and much deeper than the characters in the movie. Roy Scheider lusts after young women wearing bikinis on the beach. Well, Roy Scheider, that's the actor who plays Martin Brody. Then there's Ellen, his wife, who ends up having an affair with Matt Hooper. Bet you didn't know that. That's an awkward portion of the book, and that takes up half the book. You thought you were reading about shark attacks, but no, you're really reading about some man who knows a lot about sharks having an affair with the police chief's wife. Oh, Brody is an islander in the novel, which is drastically different from the movie. He's not afraid of the water either in the movie. That was, well, in the book, that was something that was added to the movie to give him more character, because he already had a lot in the book that they cut out because of the affair. Quint is not someone who lives on Amity Island. He is off, and he's off in some place just fishing about, hears about these shark attacks, and he eventually gets called into the final third of the book. So basically, here's a rundown of what goes down. I'll focus on the death scenes primarily. The first chapter opens, and Chrissy Watkins and her date end up having sex on the beach. Yeah, I guess they weren't concerned about getting caught naked. But then she goes out for a swim. He's passed out drunk. Doesn't really give a damn. So she's out swimming, and she does get attacked, but it's described in much more graphic detail than what the movie presents. One of the descriptions is she could tell the warmness in the water was her own blood. Stuff like that. It's good stuff. Then when she's discovered on the beach, it says that her boobs are like deflated like a flower pressed in a book. This is really graphic stuff. The little boy does die, Alex Kintner, and then the shark goes upstream a little bit and rips off the arm of an old man. I'm trying to remember how Ben Gardner died in the book, or even if he did die. I'm going over the major changes. Let's jump to the third half, because I've already covered the second half, which is the affair, in essence. Third half, they go out to sea, and they're gonna hunt this shark. They're gonna hunt it. They are. They do not stay out after they put a barrel into the shark. They go out during the day, and they come back in during the night. and nobody really likes any of the characters. You're kind of rooting for the shark in the novel, if you believe that. Everybody's a douche in this book. The Matt Hooper does end up dying in the cage. The description is the last thing he saw was the dull black eye, which looks like a doll's eye, in his own blood. This is really twisted stuff. The movie never went that twisted. Oh, I love this book. And they were like, okay, we're gonna go back out. We're gonna go back out and we're gonna kill that shark. So they get a harpoon. And Quint's just frustrated as hell. And he starts harpooning it. And when he harpoons it, his foot gets caught in the rope. Then he gets dragged into the water and he drowns. And then the orca starts to sink. And we all know what happens, right? Yeah, the orca is sinking. And then Brody does nothing. He cowers in total fear as the shark comes toward him. He puts a seat cushion in front of him, waiting to be bitten. And then nothing happens. And he looks down, he's like, what? And the shark is slowly dying from its wounds because it's mortally wounded. So Brody's not a hero at all, and he just swims back. That's pretty much Jaws the novel. Now, the overall review, is Jaws a good book? I would say yes. It's very engaging. The characters are very real. You don't really give a damn about the characters, but they are entertaining. I mean, who honestly gave a damn about any of the characters on Dallas, right? It was the #1 show in America for 5 years. So, but yeah, you don't give a damn about the characters. The shark's a pretty mean sucker. Yeah, the ending's kind of a downer, though, because Brody's just not a hero at all. I think it's sad today that most people can't read it without distancing themselves from the movie. That's a problem. It came before the movie. Without this book, that movie would never have happened. And that's the truth. But no, it is a good book. It's very engaging. The shark attacks are amazing in the book. They're so graphic. They're very chilling. And it's just a very engaging read. It's a short read. It's about 230 pages, so kind of like a young adult novel, so to say. But yeah, I think that for those of you who have never seen the movie, you'll be fine with it. For those of you who have, as long as you distance yourself from it and realize that this is the source material, not the movie, you'll be fine. A lot of people think that Harry Potter novels are better than the books, right? Go back to the source material. Check it out. Next time, I'll be reviewing the first movie. Thanks for sticking around, and I will upload another review soon.